Here's some food for thought about jazz piano. Why do certain musicians get really great at a certain thing? I'm Ron Drotos from keyboardimprov.com, and welcome to my journey through the real book number 122. For All We Know, great ballad from the 30s. And I think one of the reasons that certain musicians becomes especially great at certain things is because they're interested in it. We don't usually think that. We kind of think, oh, you're interested in it because it came easy to you or whatever, but they get very interested in things. And one thing that I've gotten more interested in throughout my life is melody, because a lot of times you're on a jazz gig and it almost seems like whoever's playing the melody or the drummer or whoever it is, they're just sort of going along with the melody to get it over with, and then, okay, now we'll solo, you know? And I don't think the real greats necessarily are like that, most of them. Keith Jarrett on the album Jasmine, melody. Charlie Parker with Bird for Strings especially, melody. Miles Davis, especially his 1950s recordings like Round About Midnight and all those. You know, yes, he takes solos, they all take solos, but the melody is just as important for them. It's stating the melody, getting into it, phrasing it their own way, embellishing it, bringing out their personality through the melody, sort of meeting it halfway. Later on, I think in the 60s, Miles sort of got away from that a little bit. He still loved that moment when he's playing the melody, but he was abstracting it. It was almost like a solo based on the melody, kind of, or he just play little bits and pieces of the melody. Still equally valid in that he loved those moments. He wasn't just trying to get through the first chorus to get to the second chorus, but I don't think it's a great model for us at the beginning. After a while it can be. But Keith Jarrett led off his album Jasmine, which was a duet with Charlie Haden from 2010, with this tune, For All We Know, and the melody is just stunning. Embrace the melody, and I'm going to play around with it and see what it inspires me to do, rather than, you know, okay, getting through the melody to solo. Let's see what happens. Let's see. funny thing there was that I was thinking of Keith Jarrett right before we started, and great role model, right? And he comes. It's so pure the way he plays this tune. Just listening to those chords and the melody. And the lyric is great. For all we know, we may never meet again. For all we know, we may never meet again. Heartfelt. And you can bring that out in your playing, right? Get beyond, how do I sound? Am I good enough? Is this fancy or whatever? Just play it. And I think Jarrett really does that. But then later on, I think I was getting to more of a bird with strings thing, where he's embellishing it. Sort of flying around it, and it's just so much fun. I hope this inspires you to check out this tune in particular, but also whatever you're playing, really get into the melody. You can practice by playing a melody 4, 5, 6, 10 times, and try and play it a little different each time, or see where it takes you. Thanks for being here. Next week we will, put these out just about every Friday, or usually on Friday every week. For heaven's sake. Great ballad, and then another one for sentimental reasons. So we're sort of in our classic swing era standards phase here in the real book. Thanks for being here, and good luck with your jazz piano playing.